Hello again here at macOS10screencast.com. This week's show is about Automator again. This time we are solving a particular problem with Automator. As a freelancer, I often have to create folders in a specific way. For instance, there need to be specific files in there, template files. I have a special order of creating those folders. They always need to be named the same way. And I've been looking around for a solution to that problem and I couldn't find one. And suddenly Automator came in my mind. I'm like, oh yeah, I can use Automator for that. So this week's show is a bit shorter than usual, but I think you're gonna like it anyways. So hope you enjoy the screencast. Until next time, bye. First, we need to create a new workflow. If Automator is already running, like in my case, go to File, New, to create a new workflow. Now, according to your needs, you might want to pick Application, Service, or Folder action from here, but I'm going with Workflow. First, we need to create a root folder. So we search for New Folder in the library and drag the New Folder action to the workflow. Then we make sure to enable Show this action when the workflow runs. This will display this action when the workflow is executed. The whole trick of this workflow is the clever use of variables. We're going to store this folder's path in a variable. Click on Library again and search for Variable. And drag the Set Value of Variable action to the workflow. From the Variable pop-up, we select New Variable and give it a name. I'm going with root path. When I click Done, the new variable is listed in the variables list down here. Now we're going to create a new subfolder. So we go to the search again and search for new folder. And we drag the new folder action again to the workflow. A folder I need for every customer is named New Rendered Movies. This is where I'll put the final screencasts. To get this action to refer to our previously created folder, we're gonna use a little trick. The variable currently holds the path to a folder, which is not existing yet, because it will be created when the workflow is running. So we take this variable as where the folder should be created. Last thing we need to do, just to be safe, we need to ignore the input from previous actions. Right-click where it says New Folder and click Ignore Input. Now we can give it a first try. Before I'm going to press Run from the menu bar, I save the file first. I call it Folder Maker. Before I run this workflow, let me quickly make this window a bit smaller so we can see what's going on. I press Run. A new dialog pop opens, asking me for a folder name. I call it Screencast. And click Continue. The sound at the end confirms the workflow ran without issues. And when I open the newly created folder, it has one subfolder in it. I'm now going to create a couple more folders and then continue with the screencast. Usually when I create a client's folder, I'm using some template files. In my macOS 10 screencasts folder here on the desktop, I have a couple of things that should go into subfolders in the, again, currently non-existing folders. Again, we use a variable here to get stuff into subfolders. First, we need to set a new variable. So I search again for variable, and I'm gonna put this below this new folder action. From the variable pop-up, I select new variable, and I call this, let's say, block path. I click Done. And you see instantly a new variable is listed in the variables list. I'm going to add a new variable again for my animations folder. And I'm gonna call this animations path. Now that we're set, we need to search for the specified Finder Items action and add it to our workflow. And we also need the copy Finder Items action. Again, you should ignore the input from previous actions. In this list here, we can drag things from the Finder. Here I need my post thumbnails Keynote file, so I drag it from the Finder across to this list. The copy Finder items action needs to know where it should put the files, so we just take the block path variable and drag it over to the To pop-up menu. I'm going to repeat these steps now for the animations path. Now everything is set, we only need to prove the workflow is running as intended. So I press run again and watch the magic happening. So I call the new folder Screencast2, for instance, click continue and watch the workflow copying all the files. After the workflow has completed, all specified items are in the desired location.